And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches, Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches, Frontline League on Twitter, on X, Frontline Prediction League with underscores between the words over on Instagram, and this YouTube channel, Frontline Prediction League. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Please do. We'd like to see it. I am your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. BeerMe, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, Scott?
I'm good, aside from the fact that this took an extra hour and a half before we got started. Long story. People have heard this often enough with my computer reboots. So it doesn't. It's a very old machine. I need to upgrade it. I've been working on that. I'm frustrated, but nothing to do with the stuff. It's just like with this. It should be 8:30, but it's 9:59. So, as I take a drink of water, frustrated, ready to get into this. Gonna be a different energy on this one, but it's exciting time because we do have FPL 100 Clash of the Castle results. We do have that. We also, of course, have upcoming stuff for 101, 102, 103. We're not doing numbering. That was just that one. And it will be for like 200 and things like that. But we do have really the biggest non-Mania card we've ever done, because we always do a 15-match card on Mania, and we do SummerSlam and Survivor Series. Kind of, because that's like smaller because there's all the elimination combination matches. And Rumble, of course, which is massive also. But this one was one as well. Every title defended for the first time ever. Everybody was on a main card match. Like, we booked it that way, and then more people came in. So there was a couple pre-show matches on top of that. Lots of returns, lots of debuts, lots of crazy stuff. No titles changed hands, which I think is a rarity, honestly, for the FPL. But let's dive in, BeerMe, because we have bullet points after. We're going to go through the results per usual. We got bullet points to make sure nothing got missed. And you can thank CT for that, because he was the mainstay on this. And, of course, the graphics, the Clash of the Castle graphic there, that's by CT. If you saw the hype video that I made, which was our history of all the championships, he made the visuals for that one. I put it all together. I did the moving graphics as well. We're really hyped with that. He made GIFs out of it. It's really, really cool. I say GIF, not GIF. I know. Really fun stuff we did for that one, and we do plan to build a proper like IWGP history of each champion, like winning it and then the image. We're going to do that when we didn't have time for this one, but now that the process has started, that will be a thing we actually do for all of our championships, because why not? It's fun. And I've got footage of most everybody with a belt. But I digress. That's that. Red and I did most of the write-ups. I know Red's still easing back into things. Or was back on the podcast last night that we recorded for the first time in a while. Keep an eye out for that. Red is still recovering on that one, so it's mostly CT and I doing the write-ups, and then GMSG, of course, doing the statistics. Lots and lots of work. It is a lot of awesome stuff. I appreciate those guys so much for all of it. And, of course, you, BeerMe, here as well for this show and everybody that's part of it. So let's look at everybody and how they did. It is, of course, like I said, no titles changed hands. It is James Blake retaining the FPL World Championship over Cesar Bianco. That story goes crazy because it's another no contest, which means that Blake has not beaten Bianco yet, because Cesar beat him when he was American champion at Stand and Deliver before the cash-in, and he was world champ, was Blake. So that's what kind of got that conversation going. Bianco lost at Mania, so he kind of went to the world title picture and went to a no contest twice with the champ. So it's like, god damn, like he hasn't lost to Blake, but he only beat him in a non-title. Blake cannot beat this man, but he does everything he needs to retain. I wanted definitive, but just like JRPL 100, it was a no contest, so it happens. It's that scenario for all these guys now, like GMSG being like so close to a win, and Red being a no contest, and all these other ones similarly. And the situation changed for McKennedy and all that. A win away. Just it's going to be a busy summer, but it's a win away, a big win at like Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, and you're looking at our October, which might be Bad Blood if they bring that back, or I don't know. We'll see what that is coming up in the future. But right now, Blake did enough to retain, which is the key, as a Solution member might remember, BeerMe.
Mm-hmm.
The Watson Rules match for the Canadian Championship. Cam Popplestone did defeat Danny's Delight Jordison. That is, once again, not only Cam turning back the North American Clash winner, but that's twice now the North American Clash winner went for the Canadian and lost. And it was Cam both times. I think that he said that in his promo. I may be mistaken, but I'm going to trust him on that. So don't go for the Canadian, and especially if it's Cam. if you're the North American
I'm
Clash
happy.
winner, right? So
I'm happy that Cam won. Or I'm glad that Cam won, but I'm really sad that Danny lost because I was rooting for him. He was win the tournament on the and
yep.
then, but hey, sometimes a loss can make a really good story.
It
So
can.
we'll see where he goes from
Oh,
here.
I fully aware of that. Some of my coolest stuff comes from losses. I say that. I've been saying that for 5, 6, 7 years now. Some of the most fun stuff comes from a loss where it makes you go, now what? And you get pondering and find stuff to do. We'll talk about details about what happened after that match in a little bit, but BeerMe, the FPL American Championship, let's go to this one, because that's you. You defended against Rate Russell in a River Clyde Square Go death match, where the objective was to throw your opponent into the river next to the Oval Hydro. So how'd your match go? How'd you have it? How'd you like it?
It was good. I got my ass kicked a lot.
Mhm.
So, that's how it goes. But hey, by hook or by crook, I made America great again. We're still great. So, you know. But Ray Russell very tough, and thank goodness for Sami Zayn, or else I would have lost. But
Just so you know, BeerMe, you are breaking up a little bit on your sentences. I don't know if it's
sorry,
the positioning or something. Sometimes,
Yeah,
if BeerMe
yeah.
leans back, his beard causes interference.
It does. I'm also growing a really thick mustache, and that causes it too.
That's related. It's connected. So there you go.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm just saying that Ray Russell is a tough opponent, and thank goodness for Sami Zayn picking up the dub.
well, let's move on to your FPU brethren. We got the FPL Continental Tag Team Championship. The Kings of the Ring, Kings of the FPL. Oops, in my video habit on that. Bastion and Broken Nerd did retain against Black Cross Light, Atlas Kiyama, and Jason Blade. So FPU did win, well, almost everything. We'll talk about GMSG and the Rider in a bit, but they retained the titles, which was your key factor here. So how do you feel about your guys winning against BCL?
I'm glad. It's always good to get a defense in, so you always want to get one in at least when you hold the title.
Yep.
You want one. So
I've held multiple championships
one.
and only had one successful defense. Like
that was the ultraviolet one.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
Well,
yeah.
no, the tag. We did the tag once. We were because Matt and I
Yeah.
won it. We retained. Then we
yeah.
lost right after that. But the GRPL tag titles won and lost. The FPL tag titles won and lost. The top block. No, I didn't have top block. The Road Warrior won and lost right away. Even the Canadian, I defended it. I lost in my first defense when I made it up back at the GRPL. The Ultraviolet, I think I did have multiple defenses. I had one because I beat Nerd. No, I won it from Nerd. And I know
And you beat Carlito.
I beat Carlito
that
in the
Mirror Maze
Mirror Maze
match,
TLC.
Halloween
That's
one.
right.
Yeah.
That was in our cinematic match
right.
era. That was
Yeah.
Which some of these obviously are more akin to that. So yeah.
Right.
But then I lost in a boot camp match. What is a boot camp match? But yeah, so these guys did get their defense. They're very happy about that one. It is going to be a busy summer though because lots of big shows coming up. SummerSlam is a month away, so we'll see what happens there. It's 2 months away, but there's main shows in between. So yeah, it's going to be nuts. Let's keep moving, Barry, because we got a lot to talk here. We got the War Games match. The newbies, who did not have the advantage, if I remember correctly. It was the originals who had the advantage. The newbies still won. Dion Blade, the Goose, Jackson Myrtle, Pushino, and Static did defeat Chappers, Kyer, Kurt Cult, Payne, and Muggerl Red. 92-88. That could have been one person getting their 5-pointer wrong, and it sways everything. But if a couple did that one, like, how it can go, or like 2 bonuses, 3 bonuses really for 6 points. It doesn't take much. But that's how close this was with the originals and the newbies. I'm the kind of guy that likes it when new people get those wins. I love it when a team like the Strays comes along and dominates, or BDE comes in. It's like, yes, that's cool to see new stuff come in, and Forbidden Door is going to be awesome. I'm already hyped. So I like that, even though I was rooting for the originals because my girl, but
Hey man, the Goose and Jackson Myrtle were on there.
Will not be denied. Nope. Excuse me. Here we go. We got a Ouija Street Fight Falls Count Anywhere hardcore match with RGX losing to Alexander McKennedy in his tour of Scotland. McKennedy did get that win. He needed that win. Both did. They're in Scotland. They needed that win, but
yeah.
I mean, RGX was there, and he said he loved the show, even though Drew got drewed. So,
yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah. But big moment there, and stuff happened afterwards. Again, we got some points to go after, but we'll come back to that to highlight it. We got to talk about the last title being defended here. It's the FPL European Grand Prix Championship. It is Captain Krulek's Blackwill retaining over Daisy Knoll. Nobody beats Daisy except for the European champion, it seems. Or the North American Clash finalist. It's like there's that brass ring type glass ceiling thing that she just cannot break through.
Cannot win the big one.
Like, she's moving the ceiling around, but she just can't get around it. You know what I mean? It's just so close. Yeah. But yeah, Krulek's got that win, so we'll see what's next for him. He's defending, I believe it's Slammiversary is the next one for him. Because, yeah. No, Heatwave.
Yeah,
no, Heatwave's actually before that, so Heatwave's coming up. That's Slammiversary.
Yeah, that's right.
Slammiversary's got a multi-man match and tag bullshit, so... Yep, I'll have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Impact. TNA going to TNA. Impact going to Impact. TNA going to Impact. Here we go. Detrick Cyrus did defeat Ash in Ash's return. That's a massive storyline, everything win for Detrick. That's just kind of how it should go when you look at someone like, not quite passing the torch, but defeating your past and your past sins.
That was a really, really good write-up. I really enjoyed that.
That's all CT on that one.
And the after. Yeah, that was really good. He really...
He nailed it. Let's see. We got the Olympic Challenge. We got Team Memories. Memories, Eli, Mac and Cheese, and the Gaffer defeating Team Halcyon, which is Halcyon, the Arbiter, Woe, and Bane the Bissa. Eli got the win. And he's been talking it up in character chat. And by the way, character chat is popping off. I'm pretty certain I have no hope in winning Master of the Mic this year. Because, my God, Caesar killed it going into the world title picture and after.
The new guy that showed
There's new guys in there. We got Forbidden Door guys going nuts. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What's it? Let's shout him out. What's the name? I don't have it offhand.
It's I think it's Slowbro JJ. I think.
Who is that? What is? Oh, see, now here's the problem. Is that his Discord name or who he actually is?
I think that's who he is.
Some of the names I don't recognize all the names yet. So like Preacher.
He's
right?
He's Preacher.
Yeah.
JJ
well, Preacher,
here,
you're killing it. And I think he even asked, like, how do I do the character? Can I post some character chat? Yeah, yes. Everybody's killing it. RGX has been killing it. Eli's been doing good. Everybody's doing good. I love Ralentando stuff, the back and forth. Costner's been fighting on behalf of the FPL. It's everything in here kicks ass. I'll do my little thing here with Cam. Cam Popplestone did his as he said, his longest and best promo. And I agree.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah, that was a really good promo.
Because when I realized the storyline of him and I and the potential there, and he's like, yes. Yes, and let's go. But we'll get there. So, that's it. It's going to pop off for character chat in the next round because Memories, Eli, Mac and Cheese, and the Gaffer are going to be reshuffled into pairs of 2 for the next round. We'll talk about that next time because we got a lot to talk about here. And it's not till next week we need to really deal with that. So, but Team Memories did advance, which... Team Halcyon, your summer is no longer busy, so there you go. We'll work out other stuff for you guys, and it's kind of a showcase match. It doesn't really affect things for your singles careers and things, so it's all good. It's all good. A roadblock showed up with the GMSG and the Midnight Rider though, because I went to a no contest, and I wrote that match as mostly being a brawl outside. Days before I saw Callahan and Gresham from Against All Odds, which was literally the same goddamn thing. Then they went to a no contest, so I immediately just rewrote the match to have them get in the ring to start it and go right back out. So, yeah, it is easy. Midnight Rider causes havoc, and having Jimmy G stand his own with that is just fun. That works, so. And he's beaten him before, so it's fine. Moving on. We got the Continental Tag Team titles #1 contendership. The Call of the Mountains, your pick there, BeerMe, did win, so they are the next to face the Kings. It's the Call versus the Kings. Surf Dog and Mark Harper. They did defeat Shelltown, the former champs, and the Reaction, the contenders who hadn't quite got it done yet, CT and Luke Gray. So now that the Call is there, you got the Call winning, BeerMe. Now what? Does the Kings have to face them?
I think the Kings will answer the call. They will survive.
Okay. You want good teams for your boys to beat, is what it is.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I see it. All right, next up, we got CJ Hawk defeating Smooth Rock 26-21. We got the Ultimate X match. It was El Cid, Orstella, Boone, Jot, Judge, and Mr. Glee, ending in a, say it with me, no contest. Which is kind of like a co-win. But yeah. The Strays, Michael Marsh and Supreme Rock, they won here also. So the Strays and former Strays did get wins here in tag matches because they defeated the Blissful Enigmas, the Wolfpack, and Matt Zahn and Rab. Matt and Rab did the worst, so for once it worked against me. Wookie defeated the returning Legit Boss. JJ Rocky, I thought he was Enigma, beat me. I screwed up. I screwed up on like a major thing here and there, and it was like, that would have done it. But it was JJ. I've beaten him before. It's all right. He's on the list. Nayara beat Jeffrey Warhol, and Starzy beat Papa Snooch. And we got our achievements here, and there's a heck of a lot of them. And then probably, I think, our biggest write-up ever. So I'm not even going to scroll through this. Okay? Because I'm going to go to the bullet point CT gave BeerMe and I. So you've got them too, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to go through mine. This is the major write-up things that happened at Clash at the Castle, just for reference here. So Enigma was revealed mid-match to be JJ Rocky. Fun moment in that. Had, like, that's how Lee escaped when he was the rider. He got out of my submission by taking his mask off, and it revealed who it was. When the crowd saw the bad guy with JJ Rocky, they flipped and cheered for him because it's the UK, which was a fun moment. Yeah.
I think we have the same bullet points.
Oh, do we?
I'm pretty sure. Because if that was your first one, that was my...
Is the next one talking about Iron and Violence?
Yes.
All right, well, you can talk about that one.
All right, so Iron and Violence's Rage and See Them Aliens, who are representing the TWPO, attacked the Call of the Mountain.
I want to say these names, too, because it's fun. Parker Rage and See Them Aliens. That no spaces on that one. From Iron and Violence, which is a badass name. From the TWPL. We're in our Vic Joseph, Joe Hendry's here era, right? I mean, this is
that is a really good tag name, ain't it?
Iron and Violence. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like
but they attacked Call of the Mountains, the #1 contenders for the tag titles. So aiming high, I like that a lot. That's a fun one. Are you familiar with them in the TWPL? I am blissfully ignorant to all this stuff. I don't know anybody from anywhere else. I really don't.
I am not in the TWPO. I have See the Man, and they're very good. So I'm assuming his tag partner is very good as well.
Where'd you say you broke up again when you were saying where?
Oh, my bad. No, I said I've seen in IWP.
IWP, got it.
And they're very good there. Okay. So yeah, so his tag partner probably is too.
Well, this makes sense for me to announce this one. Too Rare showed up. He flew a very long way to be an angry man, which is a Triple H quote about CM Punk, to challenge me to Forbidden Door because he beat me at the first one. He wasn't on my list because he wasn't in the FPL, and he's back, and I get to have a rematch against the one that got away. So you better believe I have. I took a photo. It's not even there. People can see it. It's behind me right now. Too Rare is on that. I added him to the list. He's below the GMSG because it's another name to get in there and get that win. I got to get that win. It's like I'm not going to get this shot again, so I got to win that one. So yeah, and again we're gonna.
Yeah, you don't want to wait like another. You don't want to
2
wait
more years.
Year.
It wasn't even last year. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was. It was FDS. I think last year. We went to no contest. I've yet to win at Forbidden Door, and that was in Toronto. So.
And you're the opening match.
Sure am. Yep, got to set that tone. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Well, you talk about the next one with the LLR.
All right. So the LLR roster invaded and beat up McKennedy and Art. They said they wanted to have a FPL at Forbidden Door.
I'm sorry, BeerMe. It keeps cutting out. They invaded and beat up McKennedy and RGX, saying they wanted a war with FPL. Yes. The word war was cut out from yours. I don't know what's going on with your audio, but it is cutting out a word here and there.
My beard is way out of the way, so I don't know.
It was like the most important word if they want a war. We didn't hear the word war. It's like,
right.
They want a what? Again, I'm not familiar with LLR. We've had the dealings from them in the past, but the fact that they came in after McKennedy and RGX had their war and attacked them, and RGX, of course, is our in-character GM as well, and they're in Scotland, instant heals from the LLR roster. So, yeah. I like the idea of these people coming in before Forbidden Door, like staking their claim and making attacks. It's really cool. I love that. It's fun. Are you familiar with LLR?
Nope.
Fair enough. I don't know. There will be probably some articles. I know CT's did some stuff before. He might be doing stuff for this of just like, who are these people? He may be doing that again. If not, he's probably hearing this going, maybe I'll do it again. I don't know. I may just put him on the spot, but we do have information we're collecting on what these guys are, so we can do the write-ups. So it will probably be available at some point in some way, so we'll have that. I mentioned earlier, so I'm just going to say this one briefly. James Costner has announced to be returning at Money in the Bank. He's in character chat, like I said, doing some promos here and there, but he will be competing once again in Toronto Money in the Bank. He is making his return to the FPL at that point. Former world champ, former tag champ, only a couple titles he didn't have. I think he's American champ, too. Am I wrong on that? He was American champ, right?
Maybe.
I think so. Because I know Nerd has, like, the 2 singles. I know Costner wasn't Canadian yet, but I'm pretty sure he was American. Anyway, he's only 2 titles away from the Everything Slam, so you got to think that's probably on the radar, but you don't bet against Costner. So, but he's not part of Forbidden Door, so he's going to, like, that's a strong soldier not in the FPL army. Yeah, that's a tough one if we've got wars going on, so yeah.
Right.
BeerMe, you get to announce if this is the next one, because I'll do the last one. It's about me. You can talk about this one for Money in the Bank. It's who's in Money in the Bank.
All right. So your competitors for this year's FPL Money in the Bank are Alexander McKennedy, Daisy Knoll, Detrick Cyrus, The Goose, Jackson Myrtle, Kai Her, Payne, and Pushino.
Is Goose your favorite? Because McKennedy's a tough one.
Usually I would pick the Goose in this, but I'm actually going to pick Detrick Cyrus.
Oh, I like that. That's a good shout.
Yeah. That's going to be my
I'm looking at Daisy. A lot of this are people that are like been like kind of close, kind of in there, kind of not. McKennedy is admittedly probably the strongest like of the upper card to be in it. And again, that's not a knock on anybody, but he's had world title shots. But then his contenderships kind of fell a bit flat, so he's more than really one win away like Red or some of the others. But this is, there you go. This could solve everything, right? So
Jackson Myrtle's my dark horse to win this.
I like that. So, I like Kyra. I like Payne. I like Push. I like all of them. It's all good.
I like them all.
It's all good. Yeah. We talked about how strong these names are going through. Detrick beating Ash, Daisy. That got to climb through that glass ceiling. Use a ladder, right? McKennedy can put everything to rest by cashing in, right? Because he keeps getting stuff in his way, even character-wise. Like there's been interference and things with that. So the Goose could just fly and get it. But Jackson, very, very strong. Kyer, Payne, Pushino. It's anybody's game. I like it a lot. Yeah. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to July. So that's that one. But also a Money in the Bank. Cam Popplestone challenged me for a Canadian Championship match at Money in the Bank. He did returning the favor after me helping it with Enigma, revealed to be JJ Rocky, because I'm like defending the Forbidden Door from all foreign, apparently, and domestic. To quote The Rock, not the Rock, but the movie The Rock, Ed Harris's character. Or Michael Biehn actually said it, foreign and domestic. Anyway, I digress. I'm a movie nut. He challenged me because he wants to face the Canadian in Canada for the Canadian title. He's also Canadian. It's Brett Owen. So we're doing that. It's a rematch from JRPL Takeover Chicago episode, event number 1, where he and I faced each other. And it's
who won that?
I did.
Oh,
I went 2-0 until I ran into Super Hippo. Remember that name? He was a buzzsaw that won for a year. He was all
Summer of Hippo.
You could not beat him. I wish he was here. He was unstoppable.
He was my very first match in that league, and I loved it.
Yep. He's the one name where it's like, I want him here. That would be like, and his character was Sting too, so it would be like, it's Sting. This is cool on top. But yes, so I did beat Cam way back when in 2017. We faced off before. He's part of a team with us on some Survivor Series as well. I think on our War Games. It blends together after you do this for 5, 6, 7 years. But he's got the Canadian title. And the cool part, if you go look at my promo, I'll just summarize the part that I realized, the awesomeness. That title I made up that I lost in that first defense that I mentioned was in Toronto when I lost it. That's the last time I had it. I think I faced you, BeerMe, at a Slammiversary for it, because you had it at one point, toward the end, because it went to Woody, and then to Vitamin, Costner's old name, and then you.
Yeah.
And then you retained it over me, and that's the last I saw of it, and then CT broke it in, like, the second or third FPL event. So, like, the original one was destroyed, which was, I created it, not Bomber for GRPL, so I brought it over as my thing, and you broke it. So I've not seen the actual one. I've not had it since Toronto, and we're going back to Toronto against the very first opponent I ever faced in this kind of stuff. For the belt that I invented that made over and now is his own thing. In my hometown.
Yep.
I'm already thinking how awesome it would be if Cam beat me there. Like, yes, right? Like, yeah. Cause,
anything but a no contest, right?
No, because my story, that's so good, but also it's so good for him to win there because it solidifies even more. Not that he needs it, but my God, to be able to put that down and be like, yeah, I challenged him and I beat him in his hometown. I mean, others have, but it's a pretty awesome thing. So I'm hyped for that. It's pretty cool. But BeerMe, we got matches to announce. We're not done. We got more stuff to talk about here because we did talk about a little bit about the future. Let's really dive into the future here because I got Forbidden Door stuff to talk about. I got matches for Forbidden Door and I got Heatwave. Do you have any Money in the Bank stuff?
I have an announcement
for
Money in the Bank.
Okay.
I have an announcement.
Do you have any?
But I have Forbidden Door, and I have 2 Heatwave.
Okay, I got. Let's see. 1, 2. I've got 4 for Forbidden Door.
I got 1, 2, 3. I have 3 and an announcement.
Okay.
Forbidden Door.
Well, I'll start off first. So. I will mention that the FPL's Alexander McKennedy will be facing Dealer Tokes, the LLR World Champion, in a non-title match. I don't know who.
That's interesting.
I don't know who Dealer Tokes is.
No idea.
But he's the world champion of LLR. It's non-title.
But we're going to find out.
It's non-title.
Yeah,
but McKennedy is going on his world title championship hunts, and he's going to face off against that world champion at Forbidden Door. I'm picking McKennedy. Yep. I always do. So it's also because I don't know who Dealer Tokes at all. So there you go.
Yeah.
No offense, but also I'm picking our guys. So yeah. Who have you got? Who have you got? What do you got?
All right. First matchup here. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna say my announcement. Have left each. That's cool.
I only heard about half of that, BeerMe. Sorry, man. Your audio.
Oh man.
And it's only recording what I'm hearing. So yeah.
All right. All right. I'm gonna do my announcement. Okay.
Okay.
I literally have to yell in the mic.
No, you don't have to yell. There might be some audio suppressor coming through. It might be that.
It's not. It's not picking up.
It might be that. Yeah.
Both the LLR Tag Team Championship and the LLR Championship will be on the line at Forbidden Door.
What was the second one?
The Hardcore Championship.
Could you believe that the word hardcore didn't come through?
Well,
it sounded like you said the LLR Championship. I'm like, no, the world title is not defended. So the tag titles and the hardcore title are being defended at FPL Forbidden Door.
Yep.
Are we saying who they are?
No.
You don't have that yet. That might not even be decided yet. This could be it. So
yeah, I don't have that.
Okay. Well, I'll mention another one here. It is Iron and Violence. We talked about them from TWPL, Parker Rage and See Them Aliens. They will face the Call of the Mountains, Surf Dog and Mark Harper. So ask and you shall receive, or call and you shall receive the mountain. Surf Dog's probably going to take that and use it in his promos. If you call, you'll get the mountain. It's like say his name and he'll appear. Sorry, Iron and Violence. Your name is badass, but the Call of the Mountains is a better name, and also it's FPL guys. So yeah, you're picking the call, right? You always pick the call, but it's Iron and Violence. It's a cool name.
It is a really awesome name, but I am gonna pick the call. So.
Okay. What else have you got?
I got Jonathan C.T. Martin.
Is he gonna slide? Sorry, we had to get that out.
He is going to be defending the 20.
He still has that.
Or he's the champion.
Yeah, he still has the 420 title. That's right.
Yeah, he's going to be defending it against Redhead.
Is there a stipulation on that?
No.
Like, I don't know how the 421 works. I forget.
It looks like it's just a straight up match.
Straight up match. Okay.
Yep.
That's a rematch. I think they had the match before, or Red challenged for it before. I think. I'm trying to remember the specifics of that one. But CT versus Red. I'm picking Red. Sorry, CT. They're both ours, but I gotta go with my girl. Who are you picking?
I'm gonna pick CT.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna say this match because it'll go quicker. Because the last one I have to announce is a very long list of names.
So is mine. Yeah.
I have Tarsene, Tarsene of the TWPL, facing our Kyer in a hardcore match. I don't know who Tarsene is. Full disclosure, might be mentioned in the write-up. I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing yet. But Tarsene...
Did it say which league he's from?
TWPL.
Okay, I don't know.
We have a lot of TWPL. LLR and TWPL.
We do.
Facing Kyer. I'm not betting against Kyer on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pick the same.
All right, you've got a long match to announce? I've got a long one as well. I have a 3-team match is what I have to announce.
Well, I have a regular tag, and then I have a match, so...
do your regular tag.
Okay, so I have the Diamond Syndicate, RGX and Orstella.
Speaking of good names, there you go, yeah.
They will be taking on Team LLR, Slowbro JJ, and Snappy.
Some good names. I like these names. I love when people come in with these names, because, like, you get Tarsene, or you get Dealer Tokes, or you get See Them Aliens,
Snappy.
or you get a name like Parker Rage. That's a person's name.
Parker Rage.
That's a person.
I like it.
Right? And then you got, like, Snappy. Okay. I mean, I go by Scott. This is my name. But, like, I have the most non-wrestler name. I have I have the Otis and Sheamus equivalent is all I have. But you've got, like, BeerMe Jesus, and we got the GMSG. Like, we got wild names. So, yeah.
Right.
I'm picking our guys, RGX. Who's RGX and McKennedy? No.
RGX and Orstella.
Orstella. Yes, because it's Diamond Syndicate. That's right. Yes.
Yep.
I presume you're picking a Diamond?
Yeah.
Well, how about...
I don't mean to be biased.
No, but we are. How about this match, BeerMe? It is Team FPL, Dedrick Cyrus and CJ Hawk versus Firing Squad, the Jersey Devil, and BJH Bowman. Might remember that name from a long time ago. That's a familiar name to me. Of the TWPL.
I like the name.
The Firing Squad?
Yeah.
I like Jersey Devil in there, too.
The name.
Versus...
Yeah, that too.
Triple Threat. Versus Team IWP, Brian Anderson, and Kason Strange. Again, names. People's names.
Yeah.
I'm picking Team FPL. Sorry, guys. The Firing Squad's badass. People have names. Jersey Devil's cool. BGH, I remember. Yeah, it's Dedrick and CJ Hawk. I'm not betting against Dedrick and Hawk. I talked about that before. Hawk was on a bit of a slide. Sorry, Hawk. But he will turn it around. You better believe this is happening, him and Dedrick. That is absolutely it. So, yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you.
And that's my last match for Forbidden Door. What's your last one?
Oh, boy. Okay. Let me get ready here, because this is a long one. Okay. I have Team Annex Asylum. Krulex, Captain Krulex Blackwell. Static. Daisy Knoll. Izzy Kismet of the TWPL. And Wolfgang Ayami of IWP.
Wait.
Will be taking
Hold on. Let's go back look at that team for a second. Because that's Krulex and Static. Krulex is the European champion. Krulex just retained over Daisy.
Yes.
And then we have people from 2 other leagues as well?
Yes.
Now,
yes, this is a smorgasbord.
This is like those Wildcard Survivor Series teams where you get like John Cena from SmackDown and this dude from ECW and that guy from Raw. Like, I love those. This is badass. Yeah. This is cool. But also, do remember back, Krulex and Static came through the Forbidden Door, kind of came through like in a SummerSlam situation and stayed. So they're from elsewhere. So they're calling in friends from elsewhere. And like Daisy's an ally that like through battle. I love this. Who are they facing, BeerMe?
They'll be taking on Team Strays.
Oh, I like it
Michael
already.
Marsh,
Yeah.
Supreme Rock,
Okay.
JJ Rocky,
Oh.
Bray Brooks
Okay.
of the TWPL,
Okay. Good name.
and Alexandria Marie of the TWPL
Oh my God.
in a Survivor Series.
I love it. I love everything about it. That's the best. JJ Rocky with the Strays.
Yes.
Remember that history?
Yes.
This is like my favorite match. This is awesome. I love when storytelling can happen like this. It's like when you write a Battle Royal or a Royal Rumble. It's like, we can intermingle things that don't normally mix. This storyline doesn't mix with that one. But they're going to fight. You could tell, looking at my face on the video, I'm like, this is cool. This is a fun match. I love everything about this match. I'm picking our guys. Well, our guys are on both sides. Shit.
Yeah.
Team Krulex, he's got the Euro title. I'm picking them. And Daisy. You don't pick against Daisy.
I'm going to pick the same, but Krulex and Static did really well in the Survivor Series matches
They did.
already, or they have.
Yep.
Like, they were like the last ones.
They were, yes.
So, just off of that fact, I'm going to go with them.
Okay. Now, I don't have anything for Money in the Bank, but you do, right?
Yes, I have an announcement.
Well, let me scroll down to that one here, Money in the Bank. And obviously, again, we'll talk about more about Forbidden Door next week because that's the go-home for that one. We got a lot to announce, though. But here is Money in the Bank. What do you have to announce for this one, BeerMe?
So, the main event, Money in the Bank, will be Cam Popplestone versus Scott
Okay.
for the Canadian Championship.
So not Money in the Bank. Well, there we go,
Yeah,
Cam.
main event, Money in the Bank.
There.
Oh, no, I know what you mean.
Not the Money in the Bank match. All right, Cam.
Yeah,
Me and you.
yep.
Again, this is the not character promo stuff, but me and you. Let's do this. Last time I main evented in Toronto, I won. Actually, the last couple times I main evented in Toronto, I won. I beat Lee at a SummerSlam, and I won the 4-on-4 versus the Kings. FBU, right? So I don't lose in Toronto main events. I don't plan to now. So yeah.
I was going to ask, with the way that it's going to be, well, I guess we'll find out, but will the Money in the Bank winner be able to cash in on the world title at Money in the Bank? Or?
We don't normally have it be on the same show. That's the one kind of thing, because they don't know if they've even won it yet.
Right.
I would not be
yeah.
opposed to the idea of someone saying, hey, if I cash in, if I win, I want to cash in that night. I wouldn't be opposed to that. We'd have to discuss that. I'm on board with it, but like, we might not do it. It really is like next. So like if someone's like, okay, look, this is what my plan was. If I was in Money in the Bank, I told the guys, I think I even said this here, I'd cash in on Heatwave the next day. Like, write it down.
Right.
It's happening. It's also Toronto. So, like, if someone has that idea, those 8 people in Money in the Bank, if you want to cash in on Heatwave, you can. You don't even know if you've won yet, but if you wanted to, just say so. And, right? Like, you don't, because the results are going to come out before Heatwave. It's going to be a quick one, which I got to write that Money in the Bank. I don't know how I'm going to write that quick, but there you go. Cashing in the same night. People don't even know they've really won Money in the Bank until the results are out. Truly, like you know what I mean. So, in real wrestling, they do it same night. So I presume we could do something where, like, if one of the 8 come to say, "Hey, I want to do it," we could probably work something out, but we'd have to discuss it.
Well, I guess,
and we've
also,
never done that,
also
so realistically, no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that match is going to be later, like pretty late in the card. So like, it's probably going to be after James Blake's match. I would assume.
Exactly, yeah. So that's we've actually done that before, where we put the Money in the Bank after, just to be like, yeah, it's later. So realistically, not the same night, but the next night, we've never had an event the next night. So food for thought. Food for thought. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Money in the Bank. Nothing else.
Nope, got Heatwave.
Heatwave. Let's go to Heatwave. Hey, look, it's Cam and I on the poster for that one, even though we're on the other match. We're Canadians. We're still in Toronto. It's Heatwave. I have 1 match to announce. I lied. I have 2 matches to announce.
I too have 2 matches to announce.
I have El Cid versus Orstella.
I like it.
I'm thinking Orstella takes that.
I think so too.
But I think that this is the match where El Cid could climb on that. So I like El Cid's chances on that one, but I'm picking Orstella just based on history. What have you got?
I have Eli We'll be taking on Ralentando.
Ooh, I'm picking Relantando on that.
I normally would, but Eli's
he's
got a win over him.
He's too inconsistent right now, though.
He's going to make it too.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, BeerMe, you want to know what your match is?
Sure.
You're facing Cam Popplestone.
Oh, great.
It's non-title.
I like it.
For at least, well, as of right now, it's non-title for both. It might only be non-title for yours. Because I might win this Canadian title right before. I hope.
It's true, yeah. Hey, I personally asked for this match, so.
I do love the idea of the American champ versus the Canadian champ. That's
in Canada.
That's just cool. That's cool. But I want to ruin that and take that belt for myself. Sorry, dude. Don't worry, we got Impact coming up. We'll sort something out there. We haven't done that in a while. Our tradition's long dead, so we'll figure that out. But
hey, maybe I can beat 2 Canadians in Canada.
Oh, it's Montreal. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What's your last one to announce here before we close this out? I almost said roll this out.
Scott,
close this out.
As we roll on.
God. We're loopy. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10:40 at this point. We're loopy. It's late. It's hot. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, Scott, I have your match. It's a title match.
Well,
because you'll be taking on James Blake.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Full disclosure. I threw that out as an idea when they announced this, and I was making my list. As like, I can face the world champ in a non-title match at Heatwave. You know, it's a showcase match on NXT in Toronto. Hey! He's on my list. That'd be fun. I actually didn't think I'd have that match, so there you go. Hey, Blake is on my list. So, not for the world title. And hopefully also not for the Canadian title. Because, again, I want that belt. So, Canadian champ versus world champ. Oh, I want to go 2-0 that weekend. Oh, my God.
That would be big.
To win the Canadian title one night and then beat the world champ the next? Oh. Then I go to the SummerSlam and say, fuck you, GMSG in his hometown. It's good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
But, again, like I said, there'll be a Money in the Bank holder at that point. Yeah. I wonder if I would try to stop him because no, do it right. Because like I said, I would cash in at Heatwave, but I'd probably declare it, so the bonus would be gone, right? Because that's the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. That's a ways off. It's not that far off. It's 2 weeks. It's terrifying how close that is. It's yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. But we'll wrap it up there. I just realized, I didn't even scroll down because if I scrolled down, you'd see our logos for Heatwave. There's Heatwave. We will wrap it there, guys. It has been a good 30, 40 minutes. This is a long one. It's dry. It's hot. I drank almost this whole bottle of water. It's time to go. BeerMe, anything else you got to say after the 100th FPL and a crazy summer coming up? Anything to say?
I'm glad that everybody has stuck around this far. That has. And to all the new people, hello. And I am excited for Forbidden Door. So let's go.
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. Like we said, there's some awesome, crazy matches, stuff that we wouldn't have even thought possible with other leagues coming through the Forbidden Door and other championships happening here. I love this stuff. It really is feeling like WWE's catching up to us by having Hendry and things show up, right? And Grace, they're doing what we're doing. We set the way. So I'm totally being facetious. It's a lot of fun in wrestling and real, and it's a lot of fun seeing this stuff here, seeing names I've never heard of. That's cool. Yeah, who are they facing? Oh, Krulex. Sweet. It's awesome. I love this stuff. So, yeah, we're excited. Anybody watching this for the first time from those other places, welcome. Thank you. This is some crazy stuff we do. We do it every week, BeerMe and I. We're having a lot of fun. You can find it here. It's Frontline Prediction League here on YouTube, Frontline League on Twitter, Frontline Prediction League with underscores over on Instagram. And I'll mention also the Top of the Card podcast on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff, and Top of the Card pod on Twitter, X, obviously. All that gets to our Discord, which is our character chats, has these pages we mentioned, has the picks pages as well. That's in there. There's live event chat, news, rumors, gaming stuff, because all this new gaming stuff happened. We have a gaming channel for that, too, to talk about things like the Marvel Capcom collection, not on Xbox, things like that. Lots of fun stuff. So please check all that out. And we'll wrap it up there. So thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.